Hey guys, and welcome to my first ever VFL video, or episode I should say. If you don't know what the VFL is, it's competitive pro clubs on Xbox One and PS4. It's their first season on PS4 and I'm participating with my team VFL Lille. If you want to play, then sign up. The link for the site will be in the description down below, but basically it's 11v11. Unfortunately in this friendly we've only had 5 people on at the moment, so it doesn't give a fair reflection of what it should be like, but it gives us an indication of how good we can be. So we start off against Montpellier. First chance falls to us. Unfortunately their keeper pulls off a good save to prevent me from scoring my first ever goal in these friendlies. Now this was an unofficial friendly. Not really many rules apply in this game, but you know, it's just to try a few things out. And there you can see we opened the score with a tramp goal, but that's the way you should play actually in the VFL. Against pro keepers, the best way to score is always to pass it across. Now unfortunately the lack of defenders really shows in this highlight, because the man that got taken out was marked by a CPU player. We do not have control over the CPU players. Of course, when the league season starts, we're gonna have a full 11, no AI players whatsoever, but the keeper pulls off a good save here. Now you notice as well that this is post commentary. I'm not used to doing that, to be honest, so guys, please bear with me. But there you can see we should have gotten a penalty for that, in my opinion, if they've given a penalty on the other end. We don't get it, but it doesn't prevent us from scoring the second goal of the game. Once again, a good pass across, good football, good passing. That is what we're striving for. We don't like to cross. We prefer to pass it around, and that is what our playstyle is going to be like. I get another chance though to make it 3-0. The keeper pulls off a good save at his near post. We go into half-time leading 2-0. Quite happy with that. It was only our first friendly, but unluckily for us, we don't keep our clean sheet. The striker manages to get through 3 defenders, which is a bit annoying, but there's nothing really you can do about that. It was a good scoop turn, sold everyone, and it's 2-1. But that is how the game actually ends. We pick up a 2-1 win in our first ever friendly 5v5. It's interesting, we learned a lot from that game, and hopefully we can keep on improving. At the moment of my commentary now, we haven't played the next 2 friendlies. I'm going to put them in this video as well. I'm curious to see how we will progress in those official friendlies. So all the rules apply. I have to report the stats like it was a league game. So that's going to be interesting, and you'll see that in a few seconds time. So there we go. And what are the chances we're actually going to play the same team for this friendly as well, Montpellier, but this time we are going to use almost a full 11, only a centre back is missing, and Montpellier as well should have a full 11 ready to play us. There you can see Montpellier against Lille. We won the first friendly. Can we do it again? We get the first chance of the game, but the keeper once again is on form. He pulls off a good save right there, but we're overpowering them in attack. We've got numbers to play with, and yet again the keeper denies us that goal, but we're knocking on the door. We're playing really well. Another great save drawn out of the keeper. We're only 15 minutes into the game and he already had to pull off 3 decent saves. But here we get a corner, and this is where we can be dangerous. Unfortunately, the header from Tom, it's basically an open net, but it goes just wide. At this point we should have been 2-0 up, not even lying. I get a free kick. Seeing that we haven't finished one of our chances before, it doesn't look likely that we're going to score this one. And once again, you can't see it from this highlight, but the keeper got a hand onto that. Maybe you saw it in the second replay, I'm not sure, but he saved them again. Another corner. This time once again the keeper is man of the match, there's no doubt about it, and the bar saved them as well right there. Tom trying the fancy back heel, doesn't work out, but we're completely dominating Montpellier. We're having chance after chance, not scoring. Once again, there you can see the halftime stats: 9 shots, 7 on target. Their keeper is fantastic. Like, if he doesn't get man of the match, I don't know who will. But finally we get a bit of luck. We get what we need, a penalty. I get taken out in the box. It was a penalty. It was a right decision to do so, and that is probably the only way we were going to open the score in that game, and that is from the penalty spot. Of course, the man that wins the penalty gets to take it. That's how it works in our team. I got taken out, so I get to take the penalty. 60th minute. Can I put it away, or will the fairy tale for the goalkeeper continue? He goes the right way, but it's just too high for him to save it, and we finally take the lead. Well deserved. And there Again, 6 minutes later, I go on a little run, I try and find an option, I see someone second post, and it's an easy finish for Akpom, or Hobnob126 as his gamer tag, or PSN is called. No chance for the keeper really, like you have to feel for him. 2 goals, he couldn't do anything about them. 90th minute, I take a shot from a tight angle, trying to surprise him, to test him if he's still up for it, and there you can see by the replay, he got a bit lucky, you know, it hit his face, and then the ball was saved off the line as well. Great game, to be honest. Like, we dominated, we haven't given away any chances whatsoever, we kept knocking on their doors, and their keeper prevented it from being an even worse scoreline than 2-0, to be honest. So that was actually a really good friendly for us to start off this day. This was on Friday, I think, and now we're going to move on to Saturday's friendlies. But here you can see the ratings. I managed to get a goal and an assist, Akpom as well. This is the lineup for the next game. This time we do have a full 11, and we're playing St Etienne. St Etienne, we don't know much about them. They should be a decent side. We get into the game getting the first chance of the game, but once again the keeper denying us an early lead. We get the corner though, and this time we do not miss a header from close range. Tom manages to head it in an empty net basically. It was an easy finish, well done by Tom, but unfortunately the same person that scored us that goal gives away a penalty. He barges into the striker, who's in an aerial challenge with one of our centre backs, and they've been awarded a penalty. They slot it away, Subby goes the right way, but unfortunately he could not save it. There you can see, it's unlucky that he couldn't get to that. But we try to attack. I hit the crossbar, unfortunately. Once again, we're creating most chances in this game. The header from Tom just wide. He's our left back, actually, if you're a bit confused where he's playing. I play Hobnob through, and that is a great finish, to be honest. You wouldn't think, like, oh, what is so special about that finish? Against the keeper, you don't want to go the obvious way, and going near post there was kind of surprising, and that's why it was a good finish. But from that close, it doesn't matter where you're going to put it, it's always going to be a goal. Killer Hero makes it 3-1. Unfortunately, we concede another goal, and this time no one's at fault really. The keeper pulls off a good save, Subby, but the rebound, the guy was open, he just had to head it in, and it was unsavable. But we make it 4-2 in the 68th minute, and then at that point it's game over. They're not coming back into it. They get another chance, Subby saves, but 4-2 in the lead. We're quite comfortable, and we win that game as well. So 3 wins out of 3 games so far in these friendlies. We're doing really well. Unfortunately, we did concede 2 goals, but then again a penalty and a rebound. That happens, you know. And for the next game, we've got once again a full 11. Only one change, I think. Monroe is playing in centre mid instead of Quirky, but they get off to the better start this time. It wasn't the best game, to be honest. Like, only 2 highlights in this first half so far: the chance they've had and the penalty that we're getting after 43 minutes. But unfortunately, Killer Hero does not manage to find the back of the net, and it's 0-0. I get another chance, and like that sliding animation, fair enough, I can do nothing about that, but I'm holding my hands up and I say that I should have passed it right there. That was my bad, excuse me. We give away a penalty on the other end though at 0-0, so you know, sliding in the box is always a risk, but it was going to be a goal either way, so we get kind of lucky, especially when you see Subby saving that penalty. Like, it was a God's gift that we got that penalty against us, because they would have scored either way. I get another chance here, but unfortunately I cannot hit the target. It's still 0-0 against Marseille, who are supposedly not the strongest team in the league, but we took it a bit too easy, and then the penalty fest continues. Kiel wins another penalty, but he doesn't want to take it. He missed the first one, he gives it to me. There was a bit of confusion who's going to take it, but I step up, take my responsibility and slot it home. We're taking the lead 10 minutes before the end of the game. It's a bit late, we should have done better in my opinion, but then again it's only a friendly, and the pen fest continues with penalty number, what, 3 or 4? And this time Castaneda, who won the penalty, slots it away. Good penalty, and we win 2-0. So we've won all our friendlies in pre-season. 1 unofficial and 3 official friendlies. So we're looking strong. If we can continue this form into the league season next week, then we should be very well, we should be very happy, because we played well these games on Saturday, Friday and the week before that. I didn't have the best game. Subby got man of the match, rightly so, 9.2. He stopped the pen, he kept it clean. clean sheet. It was a great game. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to next week when the league season really starts. If you do, then please leave a like. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.